let's talk about the eliminations of Mission 1 in Dream Academy. So let's start with the positive aspects, guys. Okay, there's always a good and a bad side to everything. So what I liked about this video was it's longer than 5 minutes. Finally, some content that is longer than 5 minutes. Oh my god, I'm sick and tired of 1-minute videos. It's so annoying. We want longer stuff to binge. It was about time they made content. Post a video that is longer than at least 5 minutes. My second aspect is I'm very happy they chose Son Song-duk. I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name. I'm not fluent in Korean. I'm very happy they chose him as a judge because he's a choreographer. He's an expert when it comes to performing. Thank God they chose him. He's always very critical. His critiques are on spot. And he also talks about the good and also bad aspects of performances. From what I can remember, he was also a judge on previous Hybe survival shows, and in general, I'd say he's a very good judge because he knows what he's talking about, right? He really looks at how the individuals fit into a group, whether they give good support to the group, even when they aren't the center, and in general, he looks at the chemistry the contestants have with each other. I loved it. It was great to see someone who knows what he's talking about, unlike Melanie. So, now onto the negative aspect. I do not like the other judges. I do not like them because they are not experts. Charlie Christie and Mitra Darab, I'm sorry if I mispronounce the name, they are marketing experts. That's all they are. Why are they judging people based off their talents when they themselves don't know anything about dancing or singing? Isn't this a survival show? Isn't this about talent? What are marketing experts doing there as judges? Charlie Christie is the vice president of HR and marketing in geffen, however you pronounce it. H&R is the division of a record label that is responsible for marketing, scouting, overseeing the artistic development of recording artists and also promoting artists. What the fuck does he know about dancing or singing? Nothing. Same goes for Mitra Darab, who's the president of H&G. I found this woman's LinkedIn account. All she does is marketing. What was she doing there as a judge? Doesn't make any sense to me. Another aspect I didn't like, from the beginning, they said that only the top 6 will be going forward automatically, and from the rest, the label would choose the 2 to eliminate based on their opinions, which means this entire survival show is very subjective. Very, very subjective. This was said in the voting guide on Reviewers. So my next point will make some people angry, but someone has to say it. The racism towards Manon is very obvious. It is racism because I do not know how else to describe it. If you have a better term for it, please tell me that in the comment section down below. For me, it's very obvious that Melanie and Mitra Darab, sorry if I mispronounce the name, have something against her. They don't like her. Because someone tell me why Son Sung-duk, sorry if I mispronounce his name, was the only one to give Manon an actual compliment. He was the only one giving her a positive critique about her singing. He was the only one who was saying her voice is quite low and unique. She seemed very awkward. It was true. But they also know that she was sick. I hate how Mitra kept mentioning that, oh, maybe Manon should have pushed harder. She should have pushed harder. How can you expect a sick person, someone who's suffering from an illness, to push themselves? That's a disgusting mindset. That's not okay. I do not like this woman. And I'd say this is racism because I don't know how else to explain it. How can you expect for a sick person to push harder? Yes, she was awkward while performing, but she wasn't that bad too. She was awkward, but awkwardness can be fixed. Okay, she just needs a little confidence, but why be so harsh on her? So another point that needs to be mentioned, I don't care what you'll say, there is very obvious favoritism for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's performance was terrible. And it's crazy how no one is mentioning it. None of the judges are saying anything. Melanie was complimenting Brooklyn, although you don't need to be a music expert to tell that Brooklyn was flat when she was singing. She was singing flat as fuck. She was training. She was singing very nasally. She was not good. Why is she going forward in the show? Favoritism, they want her to debut, although she's not even a good singer. I know what you tell me. It's favoritism. Brooklyn should have been out instead of Adela. I don't care what you'll try to say. I just don't understand why the judges kept her in. Favoritism. I don't know how else to explain it. And my last point for today is I still think Adela was rigged out of the show. It doesn't make sense to me that she was kicked out. Her performance wasn't that bad. Yes, I do have to say that her facial expressions were a little bit too much and not appropriate sometimes when she was dancing. And maybe she had too much energy, I don't know. She wasn't that bad in comparison to Brooklyn. I'm telling y'all, this show is rigged and they want Brooklyn in her lineup. and they want to kick out Manon. So please, guys, listen to me. We need to keep voting for Manon. We need to make sure she stays in the top 6 or she will be kicked out. I'm 100% convinced the judges, especially the woman who's the judge, they do not want her in the lineup. So please, we need to keep voting for Manon. Thank you.